or statements made by the hosts of this talk show or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of this radio station. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I am Bella Bright with QT&A, and we have a very special guest today, Golden Hour. Okay, so we have our dearly departed Jalen not here with us today, unfortunately. She's not here. She's not dead, but she's also not here. So we're gonna pretend as if she were. So since we normally do the first segment, just the guest, just the host, and then we bring in the guest, since it's just me, we're going to do something extra special and talk to everybody. Yay. I'm so happy to hear you guys' opinions. So I'm going to start this off with the question of the day. It reads, knowing the stereotypes and ideas that are placed on us as Black women, do you feel like you should play into those ideas to your advantage, or do you actively go against them? Is there a right and wrong way to do it? So let's marinate on that. And who wants to go first?
Well, honestly, I feel like Black women nowadays are like forced to be seen as super strong, super independent, just forced to be either by themselves or like just there's a lot on our plate as Black women because we're not as united with our people as we should be,
Yeah.
Like I hear all the time Black women saying like, oh, I don't need a man, or I do this, I'll do that. No, ma'am. Get you a man, a good one,
Yeah.
Love on him so he can love on you, and y'all build the bond that y'all supposed to build,
See, okay, I 100% agree with that because I haven't even been a grown woman for very long, guys. I'm 20 years old, literally a baby. I don't like having to be strong. I don't like having to be independent. I can do it because I've been doing it.
But you don't want to have to do it.
Exactly.
For the rest of your life.
It's not a flex having to do
It's not
everything
fun.
on your own,
I think it was on Twitter or TikTok, but it's like hyper independence. That's not like a flex. That's a trauma response.
Yeah.
It's literally a trauma response. And so, I love that I'm able to do everything that I need and want to do on my own. And I'm very grateful for the experiences that I had that forced me into it so that I know if I ever had to go through it again, I'd know I'd survive.
But if you had to choose between one or the other,
yeah, it's like I'm not here to survive anymore. I'm here to thrive. I'm gonna live my life. I'm too young to be stressed. Like some of y'all just be like, oh, I'm just doing this all because I've always been doing it. Like
it doesn't have to be that way.
It doesn't really have
for
to.
it to be that way.
But also speaking, not only on that, I just feel like sometimes we're viewed as like objects or like as a
100%.
fetish. And I'm saying this as somebody who's been in like an interracial relationship.
Oh
yeah,
I'm sorry.
So it's like sometimes, and I understand if they aren't aware that that's how it comes off, but sometimes when you get the comments of like, oh, I've never been with like a Black girl before, it's like that's not a compliment.
Like, what are you even supposed to say to that?
Yeah,
just be like, wow.
It's a thing with skin color too, high key. Like,
yeah,
same thing. Oh, I've never been with a dark skinned girl before. Like,
but at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter though, because we all just bleed the same. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm going through it at work because I'm dealing with racism right now. So it's just like, they view us as like aggressive, and like I'm not aggressive. At the end of the day, Black women are not aggressive until you make us aggressive. So it's just like if you make me mad, then you're gonna see the other side of Johnny.
But that's for anybody, honestly.
Yeah,
like, we just get the most of it because
our skin color is not a weapon.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It really isn't. Like if you treat us in a way that you expect us to be aggressive, how do you expect somebody to react if you're treating them that way?
Exactly.
And so like I'm a PK. My dad's a pastor. So my whole entire life,
right.
Thank you. My whole entire life, I was the good girl and I couldn't do anything wrong because nothing scared me more than people like spreading rumors that my dad was a bad dad because I'm a bad kid. So like I made sure that I was good. And that being polite all the time is honestly a tad bit traumatic, because then you have to be like, I don't like the way this is happening, but if I
Yeah.
confront it, there's no way that happens, and I'm still being polite.
Right.
Because, like, I guess we're not taught that being polite equals like being able to respect yourself.
People
I
don't
was-
understand boundaries.
Okay, because I was gonna say, so I volunteered for the rodeo this year, and I had I guess captain,
Mhm.
and because of how I was raised, no sir, yes sir, no ma'am, it's just like second nature. I don't even
Yeah.
realize it sometimes, and he would tell me or ask me to do something, and I'm like, okay, yes sir. Don't call me sir. I'm sorry.
I don't mean it like like some people be like, I'm not old enough to be. I'm like, it's respect.
It's respect.
sweetheart. Like, please. I was raised right. Don't take it the wrong way.
See, where I'm from originally, I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh
So-
wow.
Yeah, it's different from Texas. So we didn't have yes, ma'am, no, sir. We didn't have any of that. We just say yes,
Really?
no, yeah. That we didn't
it's
have
Southern
that.
hospitality.
My
It's
dad
different.
still gets on me to this day. be
But
like,
until
"Yes,
we
sir."
moved here, my parents was like, "Oh, you know, they say yes, ma'am, no, sir." So we got to start saying. I was like, "Oh, okay." Just like, it was weird. It was weird. I was just like, because now, you know, I'm not used to saying yes, ma'am, no, sir. So I'm just like, oh, okay.
You do it now though?
No, I do not do it now.
I don't know. I feel I'm at a point in my life where I'm not a kid anymore, but there are some people that feel like adults and some people who don't feel like
Right.
adults. Like, I feel like you're on my level or you're not. So like
Got a point
my
there.
boyfriend's mom, I always call her Miss Crossan, and she thinks that's crazy because nobody else calls her that. But in my eyes, she's an adult. Now,
She's
90,
grown, girl.
Adult.
she's a girl. That's like a household family. She run it. Like,
Right.
that's an adult. 90, I view as my peer. I'm not going to call him Mr. or anything.
Mm.
And so I feel like whenever that happens, though, I'll be interacting with an adult that I view as an adult or as somebody that I see as my peer. And then I don't know if they feel like that's a level of disrespect, but it's like, I view you as my friend.
Right. It's
Not
not like
as-
calling it as I see it, you know?
Yeah, it's like, I don't mean it just because very rare cases that both people take disrespect from that because they're like, oh, I'm not good enough for a title. And then another person be like, I'm not that old. And then that's when I have to be like,
crazy.
oh, no, that's not what's happening here. It's quite the opposite. You should be flattered because I view you as my friend, and you should be flattered because
I'm showing
I
respect.
yeah, like I'm respecting you and saying it every time I mention you. It's
Weird. I feel like, and especially nowadays, people are trying to like blur boundaries or like blur lines, and it's like, oh, that's not there, and I'm just so confused.
exactly. See, that's another. Okay, that kind of brings me back into the topic. I think that the lines being blurred of like, I don't think it's lines being blurred per se, but you saying that reminded me of this of like being feminine as like a Black person. You're expected to be extremely feminine, and then whenever you do that, it's like, why are you acting white?
No. So I went to an all white school, right?
Me
Back in
too.
Wisconsin.
So it's like,
So
why
then-
do you talk white?
So here's the thing. So at my old schools, all white, you rarely see like, you know, Black people or
Yeah,
any other
yeah.
race. And it's just like, they'd be like, oh, like I dress so nice and like you talk so proper. I was like, oh girl, that's because that's, you know, what's wrong with dressing nice? I was just like, what's wrong with the way I talk? Maybe I want to talk for.
And
So
it's not
just
even that. Like you go to school with white people. As you grow up, you mimic whoever's around you. How are you supposed to mimic who's not around you? Like, I'm not talking like people I've never met before.
I mean, maybe
Like-
this is just how I speak, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like,
That
and-
don't come from
Productive
monsters.
environment.
And then, so I'm biracial, and so I've born and raised here in Houston.
Mhm.
I live on the southeast side,
Okay.
so like near Hobby Airport over there, and it's mainly Black and Hispanics,
Yeah.
and then like small groups of whites, and then Asians. And going to school, I always felt kind of like outcasted because it's like I'm not black enough for the black kids,
but
I'm
definitely
too
not
black for the white
enough.
kids.
Yeah.
The Hispanics didn't want me because I don't speak Spanish. And then because I was always on honor roll and because of my grades, it was like the Asians, oh, you're not Asian, so you can't really talk with us. But like,
what? It's really hard.
oh,
I
High
didn't go to
was
school with none of
different.
that.
Yeah,
I
ours
didn't
was
do none of
different.
that.
We was like,
Well, I also-
you cool? Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
My
cool.
high
You
school
do
was
sports?
very,
Cliques
like,
are hard.
big. So
Yeah.
it was kind of like,
We did sports and stuff.
That's cool.
like in school, I was bowling, theater, and yeah,
Bowling?
yeah. My school, we actually went to the first high school bowling nationals. Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't even know bowling was a sport.
Guys,
you
that's
didn't
a-
say when we was at the bowling alley. She was getting
oh yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
So
No, I wish I would have stayed. Actually, no, I couldn't go to that side of the place because I am not
Yeah.
over 21.
I know. I like whenever you came in, I was like, wait, her age.
I was like, I walked in and he didn't stop me, and then Amanda was like, "Oh no, you just can't go to the other side without
Yeah.
getting carded." And I was like,
No.
"Oh, I thought I looked old enough." Oh,
okay.
You know, and I brought my own ball and everything, but I ended
Oh.
up not using it because when we got there, I noticed the balls weren't returning, and I was like,
Oh,
"This is
yeah.
a $275 ball. I'm not throwing it down the lane for y'all to no.
Oh,
okay, guys, it is time for a commercial break / music break. We will be right back for an interview with the amazing Golden Hour. Stay tuned. Hey guys, it's Bella Bright with QT&A, questions that need answers, and we are here with a special guest. Well, I am here with a special guest. Well, question mark S? I don't know how I'm supposed to say that, but Golden Hour! So you guys heard a little bit from them and could tell that they're already really cool people, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about them. They're a new girl group, music, love that. I don't think I've heard any new girl groups in a long time. I feel like after 2017, they all just like disappeared. So whenever I met you guys, I was like, oh my god, I love this. So I'm gonna ask, I don't know who I'm gonna ask, so I'm not gonna say a specific name. How did Golden Hour start? Everyone's looking at you?
Okay, so I was doing like a little talent search. Well, first off, I was a solo artist.
Okay.
So then, I was like, it would be cool to, create a girl group.
Mm-hmm.
So I did like a little talent search. I looked on Backstage, and so I found Angel first. And yeah, I did.
Oh.
So I was like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. And then I saw her Instagram. I was like, oh, she could really sing. And then I saw her dancing videos.
Yeah.
Oh, she could dance too. So that's a plus. And then I saw Naomi. I looked at her Instagram. I was like, oh, this girl can act. I was like, oh,
yeah.
all right. All right.
I love
And I was
it.
like, she looks so bubbly and like she's super pretty. And then that's how Jada came by Angel.
Okay, so boom. This is my friend from middle school and high school. This is my girl. I love her to death.
Oh wow.
Y'all, her name is Jada. Do not play with her because I'm coming for you.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my girl. And as soon as we lost the fourth member, I was like, okay, boom, I got it. I knew exactly who I'm gonna ask, and
It really
She
was
came
like
like a day.
a day.
And I
Wow.
was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta get her in here because she has a phenomenal voice, like
She does.
opera, all that.
Okay, opera. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about how y'all started, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves, but not including me because they already know who I am.
My name is Janae Banks. I am 21 years old. I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but I moved to Houston, Texas in the summer of 2019. I work as a full-time preschool teacher, and I'm also a part-time in the girl group.
So my name is Naomi Carrington. I'm gonna just say now, I'm the oldest. I'm 24, born and raised in Houston, Texas. I am also a professional actor, and right now I am slaving away at a auto parts distribution center until all of this can become full time, and I can just be creative 24/7.
Love that.
Hey y'all. I'm Angel Johnson. I am 23 years old. I am a Gemini. All my Geminis.
Oh, we're
Oh, wait, I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
We're both.
I'm gonna need all the Gemini slander to
I
stop.
love that.
Tell them your birthday,
June 1st. Boom.
and then mine's is June 12th.
Okay. My dad's birthday is June 12th. Shut up. Okay. Okay, next Jada.
Hi. I'm Jada Marie. I'm 23. That was not supposed to rhyme. Okay. Anyway, I'm a Virgo.
Okay.
Questionable. I'm from Houston, Texas, Missouri City, a small little outskirt.
Okay.
Oh, it's very much
I'm
it.
pretty sure Jalen lives in
Pause.
Missouri
It's like-
City.
Pause.
so-
Your middle name is Marie.
Yes, my middle name is
So
Marie.
my middle name's also Marie. So now I just feel
Are
like
we
this-
learning about each other?
Yes. Oh my
Oh.
Disclaimer: we've only been a group for probably like 3
Not,
solid months.
yeah, not even
So
that
y'all
long.
fresh.
We're
Yeah.
fresh.
Okay. Because I do remember that when I met you guys, it was your first performance.
Yeah.
I also want to apologize for how we acted because we were
Oh, at
just
the bowling alley.
Oh
Yeah,
my
let
gosh,
me
no.
tell you something. Let me tell you something. I was drunk that night.
Whoa.
And so I was like,
Because you
I was
upset. We were having fun.
yes. So I was like, I was telling other girls, I was like, I was so upset. I was like, they don't really work with us now because how I acted. I was like,
I loved you guys. I wanted you guys on the show from like the second I found
It
out
was
that
a
you guys were in
mess.
the group. I was like, yes, I'm definitely gonna come to my co-host for this. But okay, so after you guys started together, what was something that like really made you guys all click? I know that a lot of groups do like harmony stuff. Was that kind of like a factor in it? I have no idea how groups form. I want to hear how you guys like make this work.
So in the beginning, it was more so of us trying to get to know each other, like
Mhm.
who sings what, who would fit better at a certain octave, things like that. Now we're starting to transition into, okay, let's do the vocal exercises when we start rehearsals. We're gonna rehearse a certain song. So if we do get asked to perform it, we already ready, you know.
Yeah.
We're doing stuff like that right now. Plus making content. Stay tuned for that because it's coming.
Yeah, I know it's hard.
Yeah.
It is very hard.
We
Yeah.
live like
And then kind of like
boonies from each other.
yeah, like I feel like what's really bonded us is like it takes a lot of effort just for us to even
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
together because I live on the southeast. Angel lives, you know,
By the gallery.
by the
Oh,
Galleria,
So
and then
travel.
Janae lives
Katie.
Katie. Yeah.
Missouri
So-
City.
I'm
So-
in Missouri City.
Whenever y'all want to
Further
be
back
together,
that
you
way.
know you're
Oh,
not wasting each other's time.
yeah.
We all
We
put
try
the
not
effort
to.
in.
We goofy.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
And then we're working on our like staying focused because
Yes.
I feel like because our personalities all mesh well,
Mhm.
it just takes one of us to say a joke and then
Right.
we're
And you know
We don't
what's
even
the
have to
best
say anything. We can just make a face.
and
Got her. Got her.
Naomi got me saying, "Have you ever been swallowed?"
swallowed.
I cannot.
Into a time.
Look,
because when I found out how that whole like I thought it was about Jonah and the whale.
It was.
The Bible.
It was.
No, but like I thought we were in the middle of that sermon. From what I seen, worship team just like ended, and then that's how he opened.
Oh.
That's how
we
the
just came back.
See, I'm tired of TD Jakes. That was my mom's favorite TV pastor. So like after I moved out the house with her, I was like, great, I'm done with TD Jakes. And all of a sudden he started like
no more
drinking again.
swallowing.
That drama. No.
It just
Emotional damage.
But so you guys
Emotional drama.
you guys are always like having fun like this. So like
basically.
how long does it take for you guys to actually practice? Because you'll be like, we'll do something, we'll really work for an hour, but like an hour turns into like how
It's
long?
literally like the
it's
end of
really
rehearsal
hard.
where we get serious.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's for us to
Last
stay focused.
45, 30 minutes maybe. They get a little serious.
We'll get there at like 3. Next thing you know, it's like 9
We don't
o'clock.
start till like 5.
Oh,
We
wow.
don't start till it's about 5 because
So
we
the
just
chemistry is there.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. Actually, it's not, but like, it's a really good start.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you need in a girl group because girl groups back then, they didn't really. Well,
They have a
Fifth
lot of
Harmony,
beef.
they didn't. Yeah, Fifth Harmony had beef. They didn't really get along, so it was just like, girl, that is not sisterhood at all.
Y'all need to be like sisters for real.
Yeah,
Because
especially go on
we're all-
tour too. Like,
Oh my gosh, really? Tell me about that.
Oh, girl,
wait,
we-
I said, wait, hold on.
Look, we just jumped off.
Right.
What was it?
When we get on tour, when we get on tour.
You know what? How about this? Y'all just start saying stuff, and then you have to work to make it happen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
like, where do you guys want to go?
Tour.
Australia.
Wait.
I like that.
I mean, that is our goal.
Yeah.
That is our goal to start touring and performing live. But like,
Have you guys started
concerts.
writing your own songs?
oh yeah,
We have one in the making.
Okay. So
We're cooking.
how far into it are we going to see it soon?
yeah, over the summer.
Over
Yeah, over the
Johnny
summer.
said June 1st, which is my birthday.
Yeah, June
Oh,
1st.
That's a great birthday.
Right? That would be a great birthday.
That's a
So,
great
like,
person.
We're gonna do
Okay,
it. We're gonna
so-
have it by June 1st.
and we need to make it an instant hit so then you become famous for your
Oh,
birthday.
yes.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's manifest that right now.
Does that mean we're gonna play it on 102.5?
What?
Yes.
I need to
So expect our first single by June 1st / Angel's birthday present.
And you know what? I'm going to stay tuned, and I will if I don't see anything on June 1st.
She gotta call up to be right now.
I'm a professional stalker. I will find your houses. And I will
child.
be like, get in the booth. right now.
That's what we should
Right
do to
now.
Rihanna.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah, no, literally. We should do that to Rihanna too.
Oh.
See,
Yes.
She is raising her family.
Open the
Y'all
door.
aren't
We
getting another album.
Yeah. When I
No.
found out she was pregnant, I was like, okay, we're never
You
getting
know, I got
Again.
sick and tired of her
Yeah.
boyfriend. Just like I was like, I want to see
Ooh,
Rihanna.
We ain't gonna never see
What?
her again.
Trash.
ASAP. I'm
A$AP
sorry.
Rocky.
See, I don't like the rappers like that. I get them mixed up.
Oh. I was about to say, what do you know that
All
I
right,
I forgot. I'm sorry.
y'all don't mind Rihanna. I'm sorry.
Rihanna.
She said Rihanna. Sorry,
We're sorry.
she got it mixed up.
I love this energy. You guys are like just so much fun to talk to.
I'm like, sheesh, hold on.
Okay. So we're about to close out, but before we do that, I wanna. Is it possible that I can like ask what the name of your song will be, or is that like top secret? Don't tell anybody. Shush shush.
So we can't really. I mean, we could give like little details what's this gonna
Give
be
us
about.
some sprinkles. We want to know.
Okay, so it's like an Afro Caribbean type of song.
Okay.
Dance. You know, you can dance.
The
to.
beat's very
Yeah.
like
Afro.
catchy. Whenever I first heard it, I couldn't get it out of my mind for like 2
It was
weeks.
stuck in our heads.
Yo, you're making me so
Yeah.
sad. I can't hear this.
Our Jamaican girlies are gonna love it.
Oh yes, yes.
Island girlies, they're all gonna love it.
Island girls.
Jamaican girl over there.
My cover's been blown.
So you can dance to it. It's upbeat, and you're gonna really like it and enjoy it. That's all we could say right now.
Okay, y'all heard it. This is going to be a great group. Like this time next year, they're gonna be famous, and whatever the single's gonna be, it's gonna be #1 on the charts.
Period.
We're gonna speak it into existence. Yes, Lord.
We already
Let's
are.
manifest.
We are manifesting it right now here in Amazing 102.5 studio. We will see you back in a little second.
I thought it was her in another movie.
Feel Good Station.
Hey guys, we are back on Amazing 102.5 QTNA. I am Bella Bright, and I am back with Golden Hour.
What was that?
I was like, okay.
She's like, oh, all right.
Back to our topic of the intersectionality of being a Black woman for this wonderful conclusion to it was not Black History Month, it's Women's History Month. I don't know why my brain was like yes, but
Every month is Black History Month.
every
Amen.
month is Black
That
History
part.
Month.
We've been through a lot.
Yes, and Black people make history every day.
That part.
Literally every single day.
Like,
Yeah.
You know how often it is like you'll see things on Instagram will be like, this kid's 9 years old and getting their master's
Yes.
degree, and
Yeah,
it's always
yeah,
a Black
yeah,
kid.
all the time.
I'm like, what? I'm like maybe it's just me and I'm just seeing Black people because like that's what they want me to see.
Business owner.
But like no, like everybody, like that's just what's happening.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's us.
Why wasn't I one of those kids?
It's all right.
It'd be like this.
Not everyone can do it.
It requires a support system.
Yeah, it does.
A lot of
Okay, so being a Black woman is so great.
It is.
I love it. It's a vibe. I love Black women. The people in my family are absolutely amazing. My friends are really cool. Actually, I don't think I've made a lot of friends recently, so I'm not gonna start talking about friends right now.
It's all right. Right.
We can be besties.
Yeah.
I'll be your first groupie.
No, you're
That'd
gonna be a part of the group, not a group.
Yes, I'm gonna be your number one fan, and on Twitter, like the one account that everyone knows is like, oh yeah, you're the fan of this.
The OG.
Yeah.
Like the president of the whole like.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, fan club.
Right.
Period. That's my new title. Let me change my business card right now. So with okay, so we're all adults, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk about the transition from like childhood into adulthood, like the adolescence, and like
It's traumatic.
I'm thinking it.
it's a little bit. It's not great. It's not like it's wonderful to have new experiences. However, I think it's a very unique experience that all four of us, no matter like being from different sides of the country, different skin tones, we all have something similar. I'm gonna let you guys guide the beginning of this. If anyone has like a specific memory of like whenever you realize, oh yeah, this is my life, I'm kind of stuck with it.
So
kind of
there's one that actually like popped
Too
up
many.
in my
vibe. Yeah.
frontal lobe, and after I guess so I graduated high school when I was 17, and then like that whole summer, I guess until my birthday, which is a little bit after graduation, when I turned 18, I know as a kid you're expecting like, oh, this magical moment, you wake up and it's like, I'm an adult now.
It did not happen.
Not only did it not happen, that's when I got a lot of like, I guess, unwanted attention, because like after high school, that's kind of when it's like you're no longer in the environment of like, oh well, we're friends because we just so happen to be in the same place at the same time. That's kind of where like, oh, people who you thought were going to be in your life forever, they kind of leave. And it's not because of like, oh, I don't like you anymore. Like people just naturally grow apart, but
Friends
it's
come and go.
yeah. And it's also like people are meant to be in your life for a season. Maybe this person was just supposed to be with you in high school
Yeah.
because they helped you throughout high school, or they showed you a lesson you needed to learn throughout high school. But when you become more of an adult, you realize, okay, our values no longer align. I have to go my way and you have to go yours. No bad blood. It's just you can't take everybody with you.
Yeah. And like especially like I don't want to say a specific year because I know my memory is a little bit janky right now. But I remember it was early high school and we just so happened to have a class with all girls but one guy.
Oh no.
It was when I was going to the white school. And so I remember it's not a bad word.
No, I said even worse. But
I didn't. No one heard.
No, but like we were in the class and the teacher, she was like, ladies, you're about to be women.
oh wow.
And women in the workforce, women in general, in adulthood, a lot of people underestimate you. So you have to work hard. You have to prove
like
that
that.
you're able to do all these things. And that, I think that was the moment that when things clicked, when I was like going 100%, I'm not like these people.
Thank you.
Because I was like, when I grew up, I knew that was like the expectation. Like you would have to,
You're
you would have to
expected to-
fight to be able to pair with somebody, to be like reliant on somebody. And especially, I mean, my parents, when they were together, well, I'm not going to use my parents as an example, but my grandparents, I think they had a good partnership. So in my head, I thought, when I was young, I was like, yeah, that's a good thing. Nobody's expecting me to be single my whole entire life, slaving away, doing crazy stuff. But I think at that point, it was like I was slowly coming to the idea that that was the stereotype that everyone just was assuming I was going to be. And so whenever I was coming to that, the teacher was like, and like Bella, at the second she said my name, I was like, I'm done. I'm tuning out.
Because baby, don't cook for me.
Yeah, because
Don't
it's
call
like,
me out.
what's different about all of us?
Is
We
that
can tell.
racist?
I don't know, because I know the way that she was saying it was like, try to be like her. She's the example.
Oh,
I thought I took
But-
that a whole nother.
That's bad.
way.
Yeah.
Like, that's what she said.
That's
Like,
a bad
wait a
example.
minute.
Being in a room
Yeah,
full of white
example.
people and talking about you need to learn how to be independent and strong and naming the
Like the
only
black
black
girl.
Oh no! I was like,
Nah.
at that
She
point, I was
called you
like,
out like
I don't.
Yeah.
I
Like,
want
you
to
trying to
be
be an
soft and
outlet?
delicate.
I would have walked out of
guys.
class. I'm sorry.
I be like, all
I would have
right.
skipped.
I need a break.
I would have
But
skipped.
back
the
then,
rest
I
of the
was
year.
still in my little polite girl era. Like I wasn't living with my dad.
So
but
what you trying to
still,
say?
Like the expectation of being the good little Christian girl. Like I couldn't be like, hey,
All right.
don't call me out like that. Like, and look, it wasn't like I was a great student back then. I was a little bit. I wasn't doing great in the mental area. So like, I was
Sorry.
doing exactly enough as I was supposed to. So I don't. It wasn't anything about me. It was just that I was black.
Oh, that's
Oh, wow.
very unfortunate.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Thank you.
Unfortunate.
I was like, it's all right. When you say you was going through it mentally, I was like, everybody goes through it. I was like, but back to what you know.
Because I
in
think
the
you were
tea-
just trying to say it's okay to be slow.
no.
Wait a minute.
No, wait, no.
Not like that.
No.
Hold on. I'm a disclaimer. I'm the smartest person in the world, guys.
Okay.
Guys,
Just letting y'all reminding the crowds.
but back to what you was saying. I was like, what's she trying to say? That black women is not
No,
independent?
she was saying that like
Because
when you
we're-
become
Right.
because
We're
Independent.
really independent.
women are often
I took it the wrong way. I was
underestimated.
like, what's she trying to say?
Yeah. Like, well, I'm not gonna say
Think we
women.
all
White
took it
women
that
are
way.
often underestimated because they're supposed to be like housewives. And
Yeah.
Soft and fragile.
Like whenever you look at the,
Oh,
I'm
but
gonna
that's
just,
even worse.
I'm gonna
That's
say it
worse?
from like the film
But, like,
industry. That's how
I-
they're depicted.
I think that I'd
Mhm.
rather be underestimated rather than being like,
Over.
yo, no, you got
Overestimated.
it. Here's one more thing, you got it.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're a
Yes.
strong black woman. You got
No,
it.
I'm not.
I don't. I do. I don't want it though. I
I'm
want
a cry baby. I'm a
Take it back.
Carry me,
Refund. Return it.
please.
I love working hard. I love people thinking that I'm capable.
Mm.
I don't want to be 40 years old and have kids and then like people be like, how do you do it?
Hold on.
I want
Hold
to
on.
say my husband is very, very helpful.
Yeah.
I want to be able to
Definitely
say-
everything.
Be like,
I just I don't
You
stress.
say you don't want to like be told that, but when you said that, it's because at work and my younger sister, I've always heard, how can you do all of that? Because I work, I'm also in acting, so when I book a job, I gotta go film.
busy schedule.
Yeah, and then with the girl group on top, usually I'm at home and I'm sleeping, and that's where like I'm recovering.
Yeah.
And so just even thinking about it, for me, it's kind of like, well, I see a goal to this. There's like where I want to be. I can't, unfortunately, I'm not blessed to be just
Pursuing your dreams and that's it.
that, or just like, I don't, no shade to like the Kardashians or anything, but just be
Yeah,
born into
pretty
like,
pampered.
like have this
Yeah.
whole life plan for you. Like, and I'm gonna take Kendall Jenner, for example. Come at me if you want. She's not the best model.
She's not.
I have
No,
friends
not at
who have at the agency I'm signed with who have a way better model walk than Kendall Jenner does. And it's just there's certain
but
things
she
you
was born
can
into it.
yeah. So she didn't have to work hard for it.
Yeah.
Like Kris Jenner just had to call somebody up, do a favor here and there, and then
Or
boom.
like when Kylie brags about being a self-made billionaire.
Ma'am, you were not self-made.
Even if you don't want to, even if you want to say that you were self-made, who got you all the connections to start
All the
making that money?
gatekeepers.
There's no way to be self-made and
And
you're a
with your
nepo,
few
baby.
gatekeepers
Yeah.
at that.
No way.
It's like I'm not even rich or anything, but I've got connections within my own family that like I wouldn't be able to do on my own. Imagine if my parents were millionaires. If I grew up on a TV show and people liked me, and so that's why they're buying my products because they like whatever personality I had on TV. That's not something. That's not. I wish that she
Unfortunately,
would
get
like,
that.
embrace being a
Honestly,
nepo
don't even think
baby.
they were like.
Reclaim it.
I
Be
think they were
happy.
just on TV.
And there are some nepo babies out there, like you can't even, like when I found out they were nepo babies, I was like, I would not have been able to tell because they have a work ethic to them.
They've got, and I appreciate whenever they're like, I don't want anyone to know until I'm famous, and then be like,
and then
yeah,
like
my mom is famous.
or like they inevitably like,
yeah,
oh, this is her parent, and like
be like, oh, they look a lot alike. Let's dig into that. But like, I wish, honestly, if I was a nepo baby, I'd do it too. But I will judge. I will judge because it's a good thing. I feel like judging is a good quality for people to have. Not everybody.
Some people
But-
overdo it. Some people, okay, yeah.
Some people overdo
Okay.
it.
90, which is like 5-minute warning.
both the side.
So we're about to wrap up. I want
Oh.
to, what we normally do is that we go around and we say what we liked about the show and say something inspiring. And that's how you like wrap it up. So since I went this way last time, let's go this way this time.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, nice. So what was it?
What was your
Okay.
favorite part?
Favorite part, and say something inspiring for the audience.
Okay. My favorite part was just sitting here and embracing everyone's different personalities and interests and ideas. And something inspirational for the audience is a saying I like to say all the time, which is just be the best you that you can be. There's no other you, so just be you.
Love that.
My favorite part of this show would probably be just the fact that we got to voice our opinions on a different platform that people can actually, hear us talk.
Yeah.
This is different. This is exciting.
This is
So,
very exciting.
Yeah.
I think this is great. A little word to take on: love yourself, love God first,
Amen.
be kind to others, and treat people how you want to be treated. That's all I got to say.
So my favorite part was actually like when what they heard was the music and the moments in between. Like,
Facts.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the parts y'all didn't get to hear.
I feel like
But-
that's always the best part. Like while nobody's listening, I don't know why. It just feels so much more fun.
And I guess my inspirational quote or something to, I guess, sign off on is actually my favorite scripture, which is Jeremiah 29:11. And basically that scripture is the Lord has plans to prosper you and not to give you harm, but to give you a future and hope. And so I honestly just hope that's what we as a group can give to anybody who, if this is their first time listening to us, seeing us, meeting us, we just want to give y'all hope and just good energy, good vibes.
Yeah.
And the Lord. Amen.
Okay. I think my favorite part was just meeting you guys and getting to know you guys better. When I was so happy to meet you because you guys were no, I'm not gonna say that. You guys were one of the first people that I was like, I have somebody that I want to be on the show. And since there's a big group of you guys, I felt like I was extra accomplished. So I was really, really happy. And you guys are just so interesting and fun. I love you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Inspiration wise, okay, so I'm in college. We have one more month left of the semester.
Oh, God bless.
And
Good luck.
anybody listening who's in college or like any other kind of school, whatever, we're so close to the end.
Finish strong.
Just do it. Wait until, if you feel too depressed to do it now, imagine how depressed you'll be if you failed that class.
The money you're not getting back.
The money that you're wasting, the time that you're wasting, it's going to hurt. And trust me, I know. I was just doing an assignment I really don't want to do. But y'all, the future is the future matters more than right now. It feels like a lot, but it's all in your head. Life is 90% just what's in your head. But like also use that to your advantage. So whenever you feel bad, be like, oh, it's all in my head. It's not real. But whenever it's good, be like, oh my gosh, it's all in my head. I'm making this great. Just be picky, choosy, and pick to choose to graduate as soon as possible.
Amen.
I like that.
One thing I want to say is my favorite part about this interview is, getting to know you more And I'm very shy, y'all. I'm a very shy person. You just made me feel comfortable and like
Thank
you're like a little
you.
best friend. But you part of the group.
Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
She made a whole post for you.
Second best friend.
I-
Angel's
I've
my
never seen-
first. I mean, all three of them are my first. You're
I'm
you're,
No, no,
totally-
no.
you're
I'm first.
you get it.
There-
You get
we're all second as a unit, but I'm first.
okay. Angel's first.
Thank you.
Okay.
I
I
think
think
about my business.
3 is the lowest that I'll take for this.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Let's
Two and a half,
just say
you're
two and a half.
half.
You can be into with the
Yeah.
group.
All right. But one thing I want to say is love yourself and love each other because life is too short. You never know what's going to happen. So, yes. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
I am
for
so
having us.
excited to see more from you. I will be waiting and staring at my Spotify for the next few months. So I know that the deadline's June 1st, but if you can make that earlier, I'd be really
Much
appreciative.
We're working
Yeah.
on it. We're
Yeah.
working on it.
I'm
We're
Who
working.
knows?
Please
Maybe
work faster.
Work faster.
But thank you guys for being here. Thank you to the audience for watching, and our live froze, but thank you for all that.
Look at
All of the